WDTN, the station that's working for you. This is 2 News Now.
All right, good morning, everybody, and welcome in. Thank you for joining me here on 2 News Now. Today is Friday, January 30th, and I am your host today. I'm Alexis Bellamy, and I am lucky enough to be joined by 2 News anchor Caleb Michael, who's sitting directly across from me. Caleb, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Oh, I'm sure you could not have. So happy to have you here. And we're actually starting out with breaking news this morning, you guys. Listen to this. Journalist Don Lemon and 3 other people have been arrested in connection with an anti-immigration protest that disrupted a service at a Minnesota church.
Yeah, according to Attorney General Pam Bondi, Lemon was arrested by federal agents in Los Angeles last night where he'd been covering the Grammy Awards. The details of the charges are unclear at this time, but the arrest comes after a magistrate judge last week rejected prosecutors' initial bid to charge the journalist.
So we're going to be keeping an eye on that and learn more as we go through the day. But for now, we're going to bring things just a little bit closer to home. You guys, the cold is not going anywhere, almost different levels of cold. I can't remember the exact degree, but, you know, when it gets cold enough, people start not even caring about how cold it actually is outside because the number just doesn't. Do you really?
I do.
So I do care. -7 means something different than, like, I guess 32 degrees.
Absolutely.
I saw a -2 on my car thermometer when I drove in this morning.
Yeah. So
this is this week. 5 in a row below 0 every morning.
Look at those numbers.
It's been difficult.
And it's felt
been
every
difficult to say
single bit of that temperature.
Yes,
it bites when you go out there.
That's a good word to use.
Yeah. And so 5th day in a row today, we dropped to 5 below this morning. We have had clear sky overnight and with light winds. We just were able to see those values drop, especially with the snowpack on the ground. We still got a lot of snow out there. You can see it here from our live look in Trotwood, our Goodwill Easter Seals camera. Plenty of sunshine in this location, but we do have some clouds in other spots, especially up across some of our northern counties. Temperatures are in the single digits, lower teens. It is 6 degrees in Union City. We have 9 in Minster, 6 in Troy, 8 here in Dayton. Fairborn is still 1 below 0, so taking their time to warm up out that way in Greene County. Winds have increased a bit from this morning in Dayton, now coming in about 7 miles per hour from the east, and that does make it feel like 3 below 0. Springfield's wind is coming in from the east at 6 miles per hour. It feels like 4 degrees there, and then other locations, the winds are just a little too light to have wind chill. But very cold over the next several hours. We're going to be up near 10 at noon, 15 at 3 o'clock. That should be our high for the day. You can see Dayton, Eaton, over towards Springfield, Xenia are kind of dealing with a lot of sunshine right now. But to the north and then also to the south is where we've got that cloud cover. We'll take a look at your weekend forecast and how cold it's going to be Saturday and Sunday in just a bit.
Do we need to see exactly how cold it's going to be on Saturday?
You're going to want to.
You're
going to want to. Absolutely, I do.
You're going to want to be prepared to do what? Just stay inside and know exactly how cold it is outside?
Yes. You know, animals that hibernate, I think, got it correct. You just got to sleep through this kind of weather.
Months. Yeah, we're going to get another look in just a few minutes. Jamie, thank you so much. Okay, your time right now is 11:02. We're jumping directly into your top 5 stories for this morning. A routine traffic stop in downtown Dayton has turned into an officer being pulled inside of the car. Listen to this story. Crews on the scene tell us a Dayton Police Central District officer pulled over a driver on 3rd and Kiawe Street just before 11 o'clock last night. Police say the driver was uncooperative and pulled the officer into the car and attempted to drive away. The officer then took control of the vehicle and crashed into a snowbank. That happened on 3rd Street near Terry and Beckel Streets, and that's nearly 5 blocks away, you guys. Neither the officer or the driver are believed to have been seriously hurt, but a gun was reportedly found in the car. DPD says the driver will face multiple charges, including kidnapping and resisting arrest.
Yeah, not every day you hear something like this.
This is a really interesting story.
Yeah, we'll have to definitely keep our eye on it.
Sure.
Well, the man found guilty in the death of an Uber driver was set to be sentenced today, but we've just learned in about the last 10 minutes it's been postponed until Monday. Being told it's due to a health issue. Earlier this month, a jury found William Brock guilty of shooting and killing Lolitha Hall back in 2024. A judge overruled the motion by Brock's attorneys for a new trial or acquittal, leading to today's hearing that was supposed to take place. Join us later on 2 News First at 4 for the latest updates on this trial.
And the legal case for a local lawyer facing nearly 100 charges for allegedly stalking an Oakwood teenager is not moving forward as planned. Now, Matthew Curry is currently in an intensive care unit at a local hospital. He was supposed to be in court this week, but was not. Court records actually show a request for a competency evaluation. During his arraignment, it was revealed he was in an assisted living facility in Michigan at the time of his arrest due to a health problem.
The Dayton branch of the NAACP has taken a strong stance against immigration enforcement with a new campaign called Dry Ice. Locally and nationally, the organization is calling for the U.S. Senate to reject any funding directed toward immigration and customs enforcement. With temporary protected status set to expire on Tuesday, Ohio Senator Bernie Moreno is actually urging Haitian migrants to self-deport. He also said the amount of money spent through programs for those under that status will be better spent after the deadline. While some local leaders argue the positive impact of Haitian migrants, this is going to be a lot of eyes on the city of Springfield and the entire area where there are a lot of Haitian migrants for that matter. So we'll have to wait and see how this all shakes out. We
will, and in just a few minutes, we'll be talking to 2 News reporter Julian Jackson, who will have just a little bit more about exactly what he's working on in that aspect today. But finally, we are working to learn the charges a driver will face after a deadly wrong-way crash that happened in Moraine. It happened just before noon yesterday. That's on Thursday, when police say a driver sped off from a traffic stop on Springboro Pike. The driver then turned the wrong way into Kettering Boulevard before crashing head-on into another car. The driver of that car died on the scene. The wrong-way driver ran from the crash while the passenger in the wrong-way car was taken to a hospital. And officers found the wrong-way driver at a nearby business and took that person into custody. So, again, another developing story we are going to be paying attention to. Your time now is 11:05. We're going to turn to our React to That question for this morning. It's a really good one. Caleb's laughing. He answered it already. But I want to know from you guys, what food would you eat if you could only eat one for the rest of your life? And that sounds like a loaded question, right? I mean, it's a thinker for sure, but I think all the questions are thinkers.
And what's your answer?
I'm actually changing my answer, but I will share my original answer, and I really thought it was clever. My original seafood. I could eat.
But that wasn't your original response.
No. Yes, it was.
You said crab legs this morning.
Okay, seafood. But any seafood is a type of food. So I just expanded on it a little bit.
Okay.
And said seafood. Okay.
So it's similar to my answer. I said sushi, but I said because that covers a swath of things. Could be rolls, sashimi, nigiri.
Yes, that's accurate. But I didn't change mine because you said that sushi had all these different, variations. And if
I do really enjoy crab. I like seafood. I like crab legs.
I'm a huge crab legs girly. But tell us, get in on the conversation. Scan the QR code. I want to know what food you guys could eat for the rest of your life if you could only have one. That'll tell us a lot about yourselves. Okay. So we are going to look to the day ahead now. We've been talking about this for quite a bit. One of our top stories, we are now just 4 days away from that temporary protected status ending for the Haitian community. Now, this does mean for thousands of immigrants living in Ohio that their future is essentially uncertain. For us here in the Miami Valley, a lot of eyes are on Springfield with the possibility of immigration enforcement officers or ICE being there as soon as next week. 2 News reporter Julian Jackson has been covering this story for a bit, and he's actually on his way to Springfield. It looks like he's already there now, working on this single for today. Julian, good morning. What's going on?
Hi, good morning to you, Alexis, Caleb. So right now I'm on Sunset Boulevard in Springfield in a strip mall. Let me go ahead and give you a look at this from my screen here. And so this is Ket Ket. This is a Caribbean restaurant, and I am prepared to talk with owners just minutes from now, once we get off this call, to discuss with them what this could mean for them with TPS now coming to an end just 4 days from now. That's coming up on Tuesday. And yesterday, we discussed, and I heard you all discuss, that the Dayton branch of the NAACP has announced a new campaign. It's called the Dry Ice Campaign. And with that campaign, they are looking to defund ICE, get Kristi Noem out of her job. And this is a nationwide effort by the national syndicate of the NAACP. So not just in Dayton, but all NAACP is going to be calling for defund of ICE, reaching out to senators. And so what they're asking for, and specifically the president of the Dayton branch, Dr. Derek L. Forward, is asking that we reach out to Senators Marino, reach out to Senator Husted. And for anyone who is against what's happening, he's saying that they are causing chaos in communities, and they are very much against immigration enforcement in many places because of what they've seen unfold in Minnesota.
Yeah, Julian, you kind of touched on it. There's even national protests taking place today in opposition to the ICE operations going on across America. Julian, you talked about the NAACP meeting last night and also some of the local efforts going on. What are people in that community saying, though, as we inch closer to the deadline on Tuesday?
So from people from that community, but what I really, it's right now, they say want to be there for their neighbor. They want to support each other in whatever way possible. They want to be certain that no one is going to be left out in the cold, for a lack of better term. And that being said, they just want to make sure that people are not being shipped out of here. If immigration enforcement was to come through and TPS does go through its expiration, then on February 4th, the following day, on Wednesday, that would mean that anyone living under temporary protected status would be illegally living in this country.
Julian, thank you so much for breaking that down for us, and we'll look for more from you at First at 4 as you continue to just gather information on this developing story.
Alexis, real quick, though,
Yeah.
if I may go ahead and say as well, because I do want to present that I did have a one-on-one with Senator Bernie Moreno yesterday.
Okay.
And that was something that he discussed, that he believes that there are many people living in Springfield who live under TPS and or Haitian migrants who do not have jobs. And so we're seeing some thriving businesses. We're seeing there are certain people who spoke at a press conference yesterday with NAACP who discussed that they have actually helped many communities in the economy in all of the Miami Valley region, not just in Springfield, not just in Dayton. So these are things that we turn to, but Senator Bernie Moreno says that he hopes that Americans and U.S. citizens living legally in Springfield will see a better and thriving future when TPS does come to an end. That's all I have for you now. Be sure to look out for more information coming up on 2 News First at 4.
Perfect. Thanks again, Julian.
Thanks, Julian. Okay, well, here's a fun story. Sticking in Springfield, a man is making the best of the cold weather by building sculptures out of the snow. Check this out.
Look at
Arturo
this.
Boje says he does this every year, and his newest creation, Snow Jesus, was meant to bring some joy to his neighbors and community. With the help of his son, the sculpture took him 5 hours to stack, another 5 hours to sculpt. He says he is more snow ready, but isn't sure what he wants to do next.
Okay, there's so many parts of this that I just admire and respect. One, what he actually sculpted, and two, he spent how many hours outside in
10
these
hours
temperatures?
in frigid conditions.
No. But I'm so happy he
Yeah.
did. We have something to look at. That's
My
really
God,
cool.
on today.
No, for real.
Amen.
That
Come
is
on,
beautiful.
somebody.
Okay. Your time now is 11:11. We're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we have a longer look at weather and something fun happening in the community this weekend for a great cause. More about it when we get back.
2 News Now, brought to you by Universal Windows Direct.
Hi, I'm Dan, the owner of Universal Windows Direct of Dayton. This is Bowie. He's been sniffing out the coolest winter deals for you. For a limited time, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Get $250 off for patio doors and entry doors, $1,500 off for roofing, and $2,000 off for siding. Plus this week, 24 months interest-free financing for all products. Keep the cold out and the savings in. Give us a call now.
Universal Windows Direct.
Welcome back, everyone. We're turning an eye to the countdown to the 2026 Winter Olympics. We won't be able to say that much longer, you guys. The time is almost here. Take a look. We're showing you the Olympic cam of the host city of Milan right now. You guys, just 7 days are left until the torch is lit in Milan and the games officially
lit.
kick off. It's almost lit. So exciting. The games kick off on February 6th to February 22nd. The Olympic torch actually arrived to Cortina earlier this week. I think that's so exciting. Now, there are 16 sports in all, and there are even some that we have not seen before. And the exciting part is 116 gold medals have been pressed and are ready to go around the necks of the winners as soon as the competition begins. But when that time does finally roll around, right here on WDTN and WDTN Plus is where you can watch it. But I'm going to give you guys a closer look at what is happening closer to home. This is not going to seem like a weather-related question, but I promise it is. Oh, I'll ask in a minute.
Okay,
Caleb, go ahead and talk about Groundhog
Well, hey,
Day.
in the meantime, the folks in Gobbler's Knob are busier than usual. Gobbler's Knob is the home of the famous annual Punxsutawney Phil prediction in Pennsylvania. Dump trucks are still working to clear snow from that area as well. We're seeing it here. Gobbler's Knob has at least had enough space to push all the snow off to the sides to clear space for the upcoming foot traffic. Whether we get 6 more weeks of this or an early spring remains unclear, but organizers are certain this year's Groundhog Day will be a success. And speaking of that, we have to talk about the special Under the Umbrella Groundhog Day episode. Our own Storm Team 2 meteorologist, Melissa Barrington, is working on the episode that will air on Monday. It'll feature Walnut the Hedgehog from the Boonshaft and also talk about how we honor Groundhog Day here at home. I think there's a bass.
Yeah.
Isn't there, Jamie, in some capacity for Groundhog Day?
A what?
Isn't there a fish or a bass or something?
I've never heard that.
Is Caleb off on his own today?
It
Okay.
sounds like
I don't know
it.
any
That is.
research. I promise I'm not off my rock.
No, it
how
sounds-
does
it
a
sounds
fish
like
see its
it.
shadow?
Yeah.
It's not about seeing the shadow.
See, Jamie,
it's
this is-
another. I'm gonna find. Don't worry.
Yeah, do that. But Jamie, my other question I was going to ask before Caleb started reading was, what, in your professional opinion, do you think is going to happen on Groundhog Day? Or am I putting too much
Well,
pressure
I know
on
it's
you?
going to stay winter for 6 more weeks. So,
Okay.
You
Yeah.
heard it here first.
right?
Oh my gosh.
It's just going to be cold. It even looks like we're going to get another shot of cold air for the second half of February. So, yeah, we're just in it. 8 degrees right now. At least we have some sunshine, and we are expecting some clouds to move in for the afternoon. There's a slight chance of a flurry, but really mostly dry today. Just continued very cold and even colder tonight. We have a disturbance coming through that may kick off a flurry or two. And you can see those temperatures tank tonight down to 7 below in Dayton, Springboro, Xenia, 7 below up in Urbana, Springfield to 8 below 0. And it will feel even colder, even with a wind speed between 5 and 10 miles per hour. It's going to make it feel like 20 below at times. So we do have another cold weather advisory from 7 p.m. until noon Saturday. Satellite radar loop shows those clouds to the north, a few scattered clouds south, but a lot of sunshine in between. And those clouds to the north are with that upper level disturbance dropping in. That disturbance is actually going to combine with that southern stream storm, and they'll form a blockbuster storm along the East Coast. We will miss out on it, thankfully. So today, it's just some sun mixing with afternoon clouds, slight flurry chance, overnight partly cloudy and quiet, and we'll head into Saturday. We're expecting mostly cloudy conditions through the day, but dry weather will continue. Now, taking a look at that storm as it progresses Saturday up the East Coast, some spots that were hit by the last storm that came through are getting more snow, and a lot of locations that can't handle the snow very well are included. Today, we're up to 15, partly sunny and very cold, just a few flurries. Tonight, that's when we drop back to 7 below. And then tomorrow, we'll see highs up right around 12 degrees. Just a very cold start to the weekend. Sunday, again, sub-zero in the morning. But after that, next week, we're not going below 0. So that is something to look forward
I'm
to.
excited about that.
Yes.
This is great
Positive
Bridgerton
numbers.
watching
Hey,
weather, Jamie.
we're taking the highs from the highs and the lows from the lows. Now, I do want everyone to know, Benny the Bass is a prognosticating fish in Ohio that predicts the arrival of spring during the annual Buckeye Lake Winterfest. And if he eats a minnow in 3 minutes or 6 more weeks of winter, if he does not.
My director
So,
just wrapped you. So, but thank you
I
for
just
sharing
want
that.
everybody
Now
to
we
know.
know
Thanks.
Caleb's not crazy. Thanks, Jamie.
Okay, well, state lawmakers are considering gambling, actually. All
Yeah,
right,
we're
let's
talking
listen to this one.
gambling
Well, according to the American Gaming Association, approximately $1.76 billion is expected to be set on Super Bowl 60 with U.S. sportsbooks. That's a nearly 27% year-over-year increase. The projected figure includes only wagers with legal sports books, which operate in 39 states and the District of Columbia. A wager of $2 million has already been reported, with the better picking the underdog, New England, to upset Seattle.
Okay.
I was telling
Looking
you
forward to
earlier,
that.
Super
Yes,
Bowl
you
is so
were.
much fun. There's so many prop bets you can bet on.
So much fun.
The color Gatorade that's going to be poured on the
Now, that kinda does
on the
sound
winner,
fun,
or heads
so-
or tails on the coin toss, the over under on the national anthem.
That
so
sounds fun.
There's
Okay.
some fun ones out
Turn
there
me
for
into
folks
a
who aren't
gambler.
normally into it.
Yeah, something to look forward to. But before we get to the Super Bowl, we're staying talking about sports, you guys. This weekend, thankfully, the snow hasn't ruined everything. Looking ahead, it's time to play ball. Washington Centerville Foundation is hosting their Pickleball for Good fundraiser. And here to tell us a little bit more about it is Kevin McDonald, former president and pickleball aficionado, I guess I can call you. Is that right?
Well, thank you. I do play at least once a week and enjoy it a lot. But
I
this
love
is,
it.
I'm on the board of Centerville Washington Foundation, and we have a fundraiser tomorrow, this Saturday, from 3 to 6 at Pickleball Kingdom. It's very inexpensive. You can play for $15 for up to 3 hours and really come anytime and just enjoy it. It's a community event. Centerville Washington Foundation supports lots of charities in the Centerville Washington Township area. arts, humanities, social services, some of the, lots of different things for that. But this is a good community event to get together. You don't have to be an expert. We'll have some people there teaching pickleball at the same time. So we'll have plenty of space. It's not a competition, so everyone can play. And once you have played, you can get back in line to play again, and it'll just be a real fun event.
And Kevin, I wanted to ask you brought some props in here with you. So tell people what they can get potentially if they come out.
Well, we do have raffle prizes.
Oh, I like that.
And two of them are, there's a Dayton pickleball paddle, University of Dayton pickleball paddle, and also an Ohio State one as part of the raffle prizes.
All right, go Bucks. Yeah, looking forward to that. So if somebody was coming tomorrow, never played pickleball before, there's still an opportunity for them to learn and, of course, do it for a good cause.
And inside, right?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
That's what we said earlier. I said it has to be inside.
Yeah, the pictures don't show it quite the way it's going to be, because it's going to be inside and very comfortable. It's a great event space, and we'll have plenty of courts for people to play, and it's just going to be a wonderful time. We'll also have water and snacks available, and some fun raffle prizes. So it will be good.
Kevin, really quick, before we go, tell us where people can go to learn a little bit more about this weekend's fundraiser.
So you can go to CentervilleWashingtonFoundation.com and sign up there. We'd love for you to sign up in advance. But you can also just show up at the time of the event too. Either way.
Starts. Perfect. Kevin, thank you so much.
You
You
so
gave
much,
us something
Kevin.
to do this weekend. All right. Your time now is 11:22. When we get back, we've got to look at what's coming up in Living Dayton and those React to That responses. Don't go away. Welcome back, everybody. Looking at those React to That responses, want to know what is the one thing, the one food you guys would eat for the rest of your life if you only could do one thing. A lot of good responses on this morning. Listen to this. Susan says popcorn, cooked in oil on the stove. None of that microwave or air pop stuff. No butter, just salt. A girl after my own heart. My favorite snack.
Susan
a good
knows
one,
ball
Susan.
me as well.
Lori says that's easy. Pez, cherry flavored Pez, no question about it.
Okay,
I
Lori.
like a girl who can know exactly what she wants, but
Very
Pez surprised
definitive.
me some. Yeah, I wasn't okay. A Pez, I haven't heard that in a while. And Tiger says sushi. Possible combinations are infinite. Okay,
That's
so
what
that was
I
Caleb
said too.
Michaels.
There's enough that it can keep
So-
you entertained.
Okay, but this was really interesting. Here are our top answers, you guys. 13 people said pizza, 10 people said chicken, 7 more said tacos, 6 people said potatoes. You guys, really interesting choices for your only meal that you can eat for the rest of your life. Good to know. Some interesting palettes. Okay, moving ahead, you guys, I'm so excited. I'll talk fast through it because it's the only thing that really matters. Bridgerton is out. It's been out. Season 4. First 4 came out on the 29th. The second 4 come out on the 26th. And we are looking ahead to breaking records. Okay, Caleb is laughing, but this is a really big deal.
It
This
is.
It is. Did you watch? I'm like,
I have not watched it yet, but I know they're out. I know I'm ready to binge it, though.
oh my
So
gosh.
exciting.
No, see, he's being sarcastic. And I will just put this piece of advice out there I'm talking so fast so we can get through it, but I'm dieting. I'm only doing one, I think, every weekend. We have to get to
okay.
what's coming up in Living Dayton, though. Emily, what's going on? Who's in the kitchen?
Yes, we've got Gabby from Afro Meals. She's stopping by making an authentic dish. I'm very excited for that. And it's also Friday, so we're going to
Means
feature
one
our pet of the
thing.
week.
Yes, a good fur baby to love on, and especially in this
Absolutely.
cold weather.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
And so make sure you guys tune in. There's a lot going on. We have a lot to talk about. So it's going to be a fun
Excited.
time.
End of the week on a good note. Thank you,
Right.
Emily, for joining us. 2 News Now, Alexis Bellamy and Caleb Michael. We'll see you guys on Monday. Have a good one.